Right, so I'm going to keep this stream very short and very sweet. This game literally just came out today on Steam, on the Nintendo Switch, on the PlayStation 5. You can get it digitally from Limited Run Games, who seem to have a knack for releasing old games and put them on a compilation. They've done it with Bubsy, they've done it with Gex, Marvel, Jurassic Park. They recently just announced that they're doing a compilation title for Aero the Acrobat, which is the first game, the second game, and the spin-off, Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, as well as the Game Boy Advance Aero the Acrobat game. So this one was literally just released today. It was in the works for a good while. Limited Run Games just seem to be pumping out games so fast that you'd think that they are a music artist from Carlisle, Cumbria. You'd think, how the hell have you got that much time on your hands to pump out that many titles? And it's kind of easy. So you've got the music player, which has all the songs from each individual game. Then you have the bonus materials, which is the box art and the instruction manuals for each game. And then you can play music from each game. So I'll just real quick, by the way, the Rugrats theme goes on throughout the entire fucking menus as well as in each individual game. Nice little renditions of the theme song, to be honest. And even when you boot up the game, it plays a 3D version of the opening theme song and intro to Rugrats, which I've never watched Rugrats in my life. Obviously I know of it. It was Nickelodeon's biggest cartoon of all time when they just started. It was Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, and Doug, which were like the first three big Nicktoons at the time. And each, bar Doug, Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats got quite a lot of games. And then I know Rugrats would have stuff like Preschool Days. They had a reboot in 2021, several films, a crossover film with the Wild Thornberrys. I remember that. And a spin-off, All Grown Up. I've heard of all that shit, but I've never really watched Rugrats growing up. Rugrats was just coming to the end of its run by the time I was popped out, you know. By the time I popped out, Family Guy, Futurama, South Park was getting its first film. SpongeBob obviously was coming on the airs at that time, 99. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace was coming out by then, The Matrix. I'm trying to think of like shit that's happened in 99 that was like big. Rugrats was kind of coming towards its end at that point. But there's still quite a few games, so I'll just quickly rattle through them. There are 7 games on this compilation. 3 from the Game Boy Color, 1 from the Game Boy Advance, 3 from the PS1. There is no N64, there is no Dreamcast, no Saturn, no PS2, none of that. It's literally just a handful of portable games and a few console games. No! So you got Rugrats in Paris, the movie portable on Game Boy Color. It's basically a flying level with Dill, Whack-A-Mole, events. You're with Chucky and you're just saving the day as Chucky, really, on the Game Boy Color. Thing is that you're trying to rescue Dill, your brother, and you go through these generic platforming levels. You know, go through beginning to the end of the stage. You can collect shit along the way, but it doesn't matter. Castle Capers, which was for the Game Boy Advance. You have a choice between each Rugrat, mainly between Kimmy, Tommy, Dill, Phil and Lil, and you're going through this platformer, collecting random shit, trying to stop Angelica's like capers and shit, and that's about it. Pretty fun game. Probably one of the best on this collection, which isn't saying a lot, given the quality of these Rugrats titles are bang average, to say the least. If you're a big fan of the cartoon, I highly recommend getting this compilation. It is only worth $16. It's relatively cheap for a compilation title of old Rugrats titles. Then you have Rugrats in Paris, the movie, on PlayStation, which is a minigame compilation with a hub world, which is definitely inspired from Disneyland Paris, based on the film of the same name. Various minigames include the one you're seeing where you're driving along on a bumper car on the water, collecting all the balloons. Other ones include Whack-A-Mole, instead Whack-A-Ninja, tossing cookies at ninjas, etc. Mini golf. Studio Tour is the exact same thing as Rugrats in Paris, except it's not based on a film. You collect Reptar bars, collect cookies, collect shit, competing in various mini games of contrasting quality. And the most popular one, Search for Reptar, the same thing as what you do in Studio Tour and Rugrats in Paris. Compete in various mini games, such as chasing the goose with Spike and then chucking pucks at the goose. Mini golf, races. You get to play as each individual character, such as Phil, Lil, Chucky, Angelica, Tommy, etc. This was before Dill was introduced in the show, or Kimmy. And it was the first console Rugrats game.
Go!
And that's it. That's literally the entire collection of games.
Now, go!
You do have language options.
Go!
You get various little sound bites from Angelica, Reptar, and Tommy, and that's about it. Not much else. If you're a huge fan of the cartoon, of course, play it. If you're not a fan of the cartoon, no point to really buying this collection, unless you're a big supporter of limited run games and their work. Or if you're a fan of the cartoon, then yeah, go for it. That's really about it. That's all I've wanted to kind of talk about with this compilation title. A very weak compilation title of ye old Rugrats games. Next time you hear my voice will be for the Snooker Blitz stream. Next week I have the entire week planned for Twitch streams. The entire month of June is also scheduled, so highly recommend tuning in for that. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt will begin on Monday. That'll be a mute live stream, so don't worry, you don't have to hear my voice for too long on that one. We'll be continuing on with the rest of the DLC. We've still got the Heart of Stone DLC, the Blood on the Wine DLC to beat for The Witcher 3, as well as I want to also show a lot of the early part of the game for YouTube, because originally my Witcher 3 playthrough started off as a Twitch exclusive playthrough, but then it emigrated to YouTube, so I kind of want to show off the beginning portion of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for YouTube. Maybe not exclusive, or maybe I will, just for the sake of it's there. And I do find YouTube streaming a little bit more smoother than Twitch streaming, because I feel like Twitch streaming just kind of cuts out a little bit more easily than YouTube streaming. The next one after that, Snooker Blitz, that's going to be commentary. Pool Blitz, that's also going to be commentary. It's not going to go snooker then pool. It's UFC in between snooker and pool Blitz. Free to play mobile games, by the way, on the PlayStation. Then UFC 5, which I have a pay-per-view set up. the match cards available on my Instagram at Kiera Slayin. Make sure as well to tune into my Twitter at Muse's Little Bitch, where you get all the updates on when I go live, etc., stream announcements, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Um, as well as tune in and set the alerts high on your priority list for both Twitch, Goddess_Kiera, YouTube, Goddess_Kiera. Hit the bell icon and whatnot, get instantly notified on all things Goddess Kiera. But like I was saying, the UFC 5 playthrough, that's going to be commentary. Snooker Blitz is commentary. Pool Blitz is commentary. WWE 2, the hat trick of WWE 2K26 is commentary. That'll be May 29th to the 31st. So May 29th, 8 p.m. British Standard Time for NXT, the Great American Bash. 8 p.m. British Standard Time on the 30th of May for Saturday night's main event. And 12 a.m. British Standard Time for WWE Evolution, the first all-women's PLE. Returning legends will return, debuting CAWs, created wrestlers are going to make their debuts. All the talent from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Every women's title on the line. NXT Women's North American title, NXT Women's title, Women's Tag titles, Women's US, Women's IC, Women's Worlds, Women's title, as well as the custom Battle Royale, which WWE have done for Evolution both last year and in 2018. So that's going to be fun to do. So that's the last week of May, planned June, first 2 days of June, some days off, and then getting back into the swing of things. I think I've got SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake lined up, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered lined up, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare at some stage lined up, The Witcher 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations and whatnot, Madden, NHL, everything's just going to be popping for June, so I do make sure to keep up to date with all things that are going to be happening on the Goddess Kiera channel, the Twitch side of things, YouTube. This is probably going to be my last stream for YouTube, unless I feel like doing another one, which I might do for The Witcher 3 when we go back to do like the beginning portion in Velen until we get to Novigrad. Then I might leave that as a YouTube exclusive. But until then, have a wonderful rest of your day. Tune in for the next proper live stream, which will be The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And I cannot believe we managed to get 6 viewers on this compilation game. I know it's literally only just came out, this compilation title, but 6 viewers on my Twitch streams, which you've seen my Twitch streams, you know my quality and all that kind of shit. Getting 6 live viewers, even for just a few seconds, is fucking impressive for my stuff. So yeah, tune in, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on Monday, 8 p.m. British Standard Time. All streams until we get to Sunday, May 31st, will be 8 p.m. British Standard Time. The Witcher 3, Snooker Blitz, UFC 5, Pool Blitz, and WWE 2K26, NXT The Great American Bash and Saturday Night's Main Event. All of them 8 p.m. British Standard Time, and Evolution being at 12 a.m. on Sunday. So yeah, just turn on your alerts for Twitch, as well as hit the bell icon for YouTube so that you're notified on the VOD going up on the channel. I do have a Rugrats one coming out on the channel, this one as well. So you'll get to see both my thoughts on this compilation title, which is this stream, and then the other stream coming up will be just mute gameplay of me playing all of the games on this compilation: Studio Tour, the movie game, Rugrats in Paris, Search for Reptar, fucking all of them.